And the last one, which is develop a kingdom core value, especially generosity. This is willing to give money. When you talk of generosity, you are willing to give money, you are willing to give your time, your labor, your kindness freely. You know, you are not doing it because you want someone to pay you back. You are just doing it for God. And you know, whether we like it or not, you know, it's the principle of God. Generosity will lead to glorification. So helping other people is synonymous to helping yourself. You won't know that when you help other people, you are helping yourself. You know. Remember the story of Dorcas, Tabitha in the Bible, in Acts chapter 9, verse 36. She was giving to people, she was giving to widows, and when the death came, who sent to Peter, oh, not this type of woman, she cannot die. And they prayed, and God restored. You know, it was the crying of people, the prayer of brethren that she has sown into their lives. They cried unto the Lord, and God restored her life, restored her hope, restored her joy, restored her life, restored her destiny, and she came back to life. And people were happy, and she fulfilled the mandate of God. She was able to fulfill the mandate of God, and she walked in the path of glorification because she has helped others. So when you are helping others, don't think you are helping them, you are helping yourself. You are living a life beyond the grave. You are leaving a legacy behind. The same thing with Lydia. You know, if you look at the account of Lydia, a wealthy person, supposed not to care for those who are missionaries. You know, she catered for. She showed generosity to Paul and Silas, brought them home. You know, people, someone high caliber, selling purpose, rich, brought missionaries home to give to them, to bless them. In Acts chapter 16, from verse 14 to 15, she blessed them. She showed generosity to them. They were our guests. So, people around you, to your husband, be generous to him. Be generous to him with your sex, with your advice, with your caring, with your love, with your prayers. Be generous. Don't let your prayers be self-centered prayers. You just pray for yourself. You don't pray for others. You know, to your biological and spiritual children, you can also give them time, you can give them attention. Be generous with your advice. Be generous with your rules, your regulation, your love, and so on. Discipline, you know, with love. And provisions, care, prayers, at times singing, at times long suffering. Just make them to fulfill their destiny. You know, there are a lot of things that it's not only money that we can be generous with. You can be generous with your time, like I said the other time. You can be generous with your money. You can be generous with your labor. You can visit old people's house. You can look at an old woman, a widow around your area, and try to invest in her life. You can go extra mile, pick those people that the parents are not well to do. Give them education and then become somebody in the society. That is what we call living beyond the grave. Break the limitation in their lives and you give them new hope. You know, that is part of glorification. You will always be in their record and they will know that you have helped them to that particular situation to find themselves, which is a glory land. So in conclusion, to put all these qualities in place, I want to assure you that you need Jesus, and Jesus will supply grace, enabling grace, ability to do things. So the grace of God is needed to display this quality. God has done it in the lives of others in the Bible. God has done it in the life of Esther, and Esther, she became an icon of commitment. God did it in the life of Sarah. She's an embodiment of humility. God did it in the life of Abigail. She's an example in power of initiative. God did it in the life of Deborah, a beacon of bravery and a woman of authority. And finally, God also did it in the life of Mary, mother of Jesus, a model of purity among others. The Bible said, "Blessed are you among women." God is saying the same to you today and to me, that blessed are you among others, because His glory will show forth, not for now, but all the days of our life until we see Him in glory. So when we follow the footprint and the footsteps of women of honor, you are on the path of glorification. Let us follow the examples of those people who have gone ahead of us. Jochebed, don't forget the part she played. Don't forget the life of Deborah, Jael, Esther, Abigail, Sarah, Mary, the mother of Jesus, Dorcas, and Lydia. I pray that the power of Almighty God will make it possible for you to turn your story to glory. In Jesus' name, Shalom.
The portraits of glorious woman provide biblical and practical principles of becoming a glorious woman, exploring winning wisdom for every woman as wife, daughter, daughter-in-law, mother, mentor, and minister. The book contains a sample of characteristics of women of excellence who by dint of desire, doggedness, and determination break the chain of conventions to bet their destiny. This didactic masterpiece offers in-depth insights into the benchmarks for successful living as women, relationship roles in marriage, dynamics of divine revelation, secrets of women of virtues and values, essential of blissful home, keystones for potential development and deployment for women. This book is a reference tool for 21st century women, as well a daily companion for women leaders in all spheres of life.